would like to get to 8 a.m. actually.
At 8?
Beating hearts, turning seasons.
Headspace, I reckon,
I think headspace, yeah.
is almost 90% of it. Once you sort of learnt those bases of technique, and you also built up a bit of that tendon strength and that stuff.
What do you reckon? What constitutes good headspace?
Well, I don't even know. I think that's the difficult question.
I think with headspace, your body's physically capable of doing so much, right?
Oh, that's good.
But your actual understanding about what you're capable of might not be anywhere near
What you are
correct
capable of.
what you're actually capable of. So I might think that I'm better than I am physically, or I might not think that I'm as good as I am physically. So if I underestimate or overestimate my strengths, then I'll push myself too far and maybe bite off more than I can chew, and then end up with a bit of fear. Or if I underestimate my abilities, I'll never push myself as far as I possibly could, and I'll always be holding myself back. But if you've got a good understanding about what you're capable of, you're always going to push right to the edge of your abilities, and you're going to come down just being so satisfied because you know that you pushed yourself, and yeah, you could have fallen because you're riding that edge, that knife edge, that whole time. But that's having good headspace allows you to operate right on that edge. If you don't have good headspace, then you're always in fear and you're pulling right back and not being able to push yourself as hard as you want to. Or else, if your headspace is too good, then you're constantly biting off more than you can chew, and that can be just as disadvantageous, if that's even a word.
I think it's got a lot to do with expectations. Like, when I don't really care, I don't really mind how I'm climbing, just that I'm climbing, and then, with these people or whatever, that's when it's just like, it's surprising. It's like, oh, actually, I'm climbing a lot better than, than I might have thought or expected, which is funny because you have some sort of expectation, but it's quite a mild expectation. But when you've got that expectation, like, oh, I can climb like this, and I'd like to be able to do that again in this moment, you put a little bit more pressure on yourself. And so in that first moment, if it doesn't feel right, you feel like, oh, I'm not what I think I can be, or what I think I am. And I think that maybe can scare you a little bit, opposed to just being really, really open to like the experience, like if it's going to be good or if it's not going to be good. I don't know.
Total high. There it is.
Holy pumped, man.
You got, man. One big move with Judd.
Nah, thank you. I got nothing on these. Put me on the ground.
Part of what I'm looking for in my headspace performance now is going for it. And I'll be disappointed more if I'm not going for it, rather than if I don't get a send or don't pull through a crux or something like that. So, and that's exactly still the same thing, because you still have that expectation on yourself to go for it and to climb confidently. For me, headspace is about climbing confidently and to know that you can go for it.
Yeah, not just pulling hard or pushing hard.
Yeah, but it's going for it.
Moving confidently.
And you've always got to be happy with how you climbed if you know that you've thrown everything you've got at it. Mm-hmm. You've gone for it, not to the point of getting hurt or whatever, but just gone for it. And, thrown everything you've got, you can't be disappointed. So you can always do that while maintaining a state of learning. You're in a pretty good place if you can do that. Or being open and not tense and closed to. You've got to be focused and strong mentally, but you've also got to be open. You can't close yourself off, because then you're not going to learn from what you didn't achieve. You've got to be open and free.
Freedom on a rock. Like the sound of that. Nice, man, come on.
That's it, bro.
Solid, come on.
Take it, it's good. Come on, feet up. Good.
Oh, Oh,
Bro.
got sick and you know it's gone.
Yeah.
turning